We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. Came to this motherfucker like yeah. All my niggas in the chat and we also high. If stone, stone, stream, 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 stone, stone, stream, stone, 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 stream, stream, stone. All my niggas in the chat and we like high. If all my niggas gon' get that shit and roll. We stone, we stone, we streaming and streaming. We stone and streaming. Yeah, getting to the money, gotta get into the bag like yeah. Roll up, plenty motherfuckers breathing like yeah. All my niggas in the chat, they hot as fuck. Yeah, getting to the bag, getting to the bag like yeah. All my niggas we stone and streaming. All my niggas we getting to the cheese and all my niggas we breathing. Ain't gon' stop going to stop breathing.
What's up, America? What's up, dog? Happy 420. Oh, yeah, and happy Easter as well. Live and direct. Chosen checking in, and Righteous is there.
What it do be?
He's right there. Told you guys.
What it do be? It's your boy Righteous ain't playing.
What up, 1010? I ain't seen you in a minute, buddy. We halfway back. We got half of the shit ready. You know. We getting there, damn it. We getting there. This is gonna be a very informal show, guys. We just gonna do a little bit of shit talking because it's 420. It is Easter. And
happy 420. Happy Easter.
Do some Easter shit with the fam. Fortunately and unfortunately. But you know, we here for a good while, not a long while, you know. We will be smoking on some what the fuck is this? Fatty cakes. I don't know the cross because a lot of our dispensaries, hey, they just sell you shit. They don't tell you what it is. Hey, this is batter, and that's all you get. You don't get a cross. What's up, Sapphire? You don't get to know what it is. It's just yeah, it's fatty. We told you. Oh man, wait a minute. Let's see if we do that right. Let's see now. There we go.
What's that? Concentrates, man?
Yeah, it's fatty.
And that's what you
fatty
smoking
cakes.
On, man?
Well, I will be in 1 second here.
I'm about to say, man, it's not 7:10. It's 4:20, man. It's supposed to be about flour today, man.
Oh, I have that too.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? No, I'm just fucking with you.
Hey, and you know what? It's an absolutely terrible day, weather-wise, in my city. So, I don't even like this shit like this. Actually, I'm sorry, I mirrored that shit. There we go. Actually, it's been raining and storming all day. It's gonna rain and storm some more. So, as you know, a lot of 420 events are usually like outside. That ain't really the case today. They're gonna have to, a lot of shit gonna be indoors. I'm not doing shit because I'm doing Easter shit. So this year, we're gonna take some dab hits. We're gonna talk a little bit of shit. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of what the fuck I got going on in the garden. And you know, if anybody else wanna show me shit, show Righteous shit, show anybody, show the world some shit. You know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome. I will actually post this link. And we can go from there. What will you be smoking on, sir?
Man, you already know. For the moment,
everything.
I'm smoking on a pen.
What up, Chef Life?
Fucking what's this shit called? I can't even remember. It's the same one I always be smoking on, but that shit's pretty good. I like to keep a couple of them motherfuckers around.
Pin game.
Yeah. I remember the name of that shit later, but I'm so high, the only thing I can think of is Atomic Wedgie. I'm like, that can't be it. That can't be the name of it, because I wouldn't smoke that. So yeah, whatever the fuck this shit is, it got me high. But I do got some flour. Supposed to be getting up with True to the Movement a little bit later. Shit, man, got it with Kind Buffalo yesterday, man. We smoked a couple joints. Smoked some lemon cherry gelato. That shit wasn't that good, if I'm being honest with you. It was very harsh. It looked pretty good, but it was very harsh. Like it just wasn't. I've had better. Like the cherry gelato or whatever that shit you had for me was better than this. So
Well, it's kind of like technically they was different things for real. They was, but they wasn't. What up, D-Line?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. Chef Life, old classic, Cinderella '99.
And then had some what was the other strain we had? Some Grateful Breath. That wasn't too bad. And then some Permanent Marker. Now, previously I had said I didn't like Permanent Marker.
But you do now.
No, I would just say that this batch was a lot better than what I had before. For sure. I'm gonna smoke some again today to determine if I actually like it. But just the batch that I had previously wasn't as good as this for sure. So this isn't too bad. And then I got some Sure Banger 22. I'll be smoking on that too. So that's the goal for today, is to get
shit
extra lit.
Ooh, that'll kick a hole in your fatty cakes. Is pretty fatty. What up, Sci-Fi? I'm glad you liking strawberry frosted donut. Most like it, some don't. It ain't very heavy, but it tastes pretty good to me. I like it.
Nice. What up, D-Line? What up, Chef Life?
Oh man.
Chef 1000.
While I'm smoking, I was waiting to ask you this shit. So I was watching Black G show earlier, right?
Okay.
Burning Miracle Mist, but I'm rolling up Willie Wayne OG now. Okay. No, so look, I was look, I was finna lie. I was talking to Black G. No, you weren't. You was just in his show. I was in his live, and you know, he brought up an interesting point that I've often brought up to you. He was talking about, you know, his shit he's been to sell, and you know, his strains and shit. But the conversation took a turn, and it was just like, in his opinion. Well, the first thing he said was, more or less, because I'm not quoting him, but more or less, you know, I know it ain't no way that people can sell good seeds at fucking $20 a pop, or, you know, cheaper than that. And, you know, I'm listening and shit, right? You did. I know your shit. And this ain't even about the conversation that we just had about.
Hold on. He said that you can't sell good seeds for less than $20 each a pack?
Yeah, for 20 a pack. He said you can't.
Okay.
And the point that I had brought up to him was, I was like, look, FYG Spray was home of the $20 5-pack, right? Because who was it? What was in the chat was like, Doc C shouldn't be that much. It ain't no way a pack of seeds should be more than an ounce. He was like, that's ridiculous. I can't Mud Squad, that's who it was. That was in there and had said it. And I was like, yo, I agree. And I was like, I had told Righteous that that'd be part of the problem, that because your shit is that price, people automatically think that it ain't good. So we had gotten to the whole conversation about pretty much, nigga, about marketing. Like, just the stigma of people won't believe that your shit can be good for that cheap because everybody got the prices so high. You know what I'm saying? What up, Jesse Purple? So it ain't really got nothing to do with him, more so as the talking point of the conversation. Because as you know, I have said that to you in conversation before, like, bro, your shit is too cheap. People gonna think that your shit is not good because it's cheap. And to be honest, I do think that maybe you would have sold a little more if you would have priced it a little better because people would have thought it was more. Now, I understand why you didn't because you're trying to bring a value to the community, which was you did exactly what you set out to do. Everything that you had was very value priced, right? I would say very priced well for the new grower and the seasoned veteran, right? But just that whole conversation just brought up the point of where I be getting tired of the whole seed game, bro. I just get tired of this shit though because you say your shit too high, oh man, it ain't worth it. But you say your shit too low, oh man, it's shitty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the value of what a seed should be sold for or what seeds are is just all over the fucking place. I give you a perfect example. I got some shit over here, right? That 79 flow router, right? And then I got some 81 Kush over here. Now here's the thing. If I put that shit online, it's gonna be a ton of older people, old school growers that's gonna be like, man, nigga ain't got no flow router Kush, dog. Ain't no way he got that. That's not it. That ain't the real thing. And I'm not saying it is or it ain't. But what I am saying is that mixed with if I was to sell it, which I'm not, but that mixed with a cheaper price will make a motherfucker be like, oh man, that shit fake. But one thing I'm gonna tell you, dog, what up, D Mike? One thing I'm gonna tell you is it's a lot of people that got fire shit out here and real shit that's sitting on it and you don't even know they exist, right? You don't even know them. So like you'll meet just a random motherfucker and they'll be like, yo, I got this. And you won't know it until you grow it. But I just get sick of people just thinking that you can't get, oh, he ain't nobody, ain't no way he got that real shit. But you really do because he might have bought that shit 10 years ago and saved it. But that just be the stigma. Motherfuckers be like, if you don't got a big name or if you're not well known, I ain't no way John down the street nigga got no real OG, right? And I be thinking it's a lot of motherfuckers out there like John down the street is the motherfucker that got the real OG these days, and I ain't the niggas that's breeding with it. You feel me? So I just felt like it was just a lot of shit going on with the comment in my mind. Nothing that he said that was wrong. Shout out to Black G, by the way. It just made me want to have this conversation again, because again, we had already had this conversation. You know what I'm saying about pricing and such. And what it was, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not doing it anymore, but here's the thing. Like you said, my objective was to bring a value to the community, but more importantly, and this is what I bet on, but I'm not gonna say I was wrong, but what happened was, man, I was so disruptive, right? Because that's what Fuck Your Garden's all about, being disruptive to the fucking norms and shit. What people really don't know, man, it was people who lobbied against me. It was a large group of certain people, right? And I'm not trying to make it like a conspiracy or no shit, but I'm just being straight up with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only did the way that marketing was allowed to be had and done, but there's certain people in certain venues and places, they didn't want me there. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, look, man, this nigga's got $20 packs of seeds. And we're over here trying to sell our stuff as heirloom. $200 a pack for 5 seeds. Now, the other thing that I didn't bet on, the other thing I didn't bet on is, hey, man, like, what I expected people to do is not what they did. I expected people to do what I would have done, which is buy everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this nigga got 5 packs on here. I'm gonna buy 5 packs. I'm gonna spend $100. Get fucking. You already know at a minimum you don't get. You know what I'm saying?
I got some pushback for you.
At a minimum.
I got some pushback on that comment right there. I can point you to a nigga right now that may have that same $20 pack of seeds, not the ones you had, but just because you got to look at it like this. If you on Instagram, you see and let's be real, because we talk, bro. So if you on Instagram, you just see a random nigga selling seeds for $15 a pack, you're not going to go there and buy every pack. We've seen people sell seeds for cheap, and you didn't go and buy every pack.
I didn't buy any packs.
Exactly.
I didn't buy any packs. So, my whole point though is if I do buy a pack from somebody, let's just say I was gonna shop with you. Shit, I wouldn't expect to just buy 1 pack. I would try to buy a lot of that shit. But that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just me.
Right.
Anytime I've ever made a seed purchase, it's been for more than It's been more. It's been for. It's always more than 4 or 5 packs of different seeds involved.
That's
Whether it be
true.
a pick and mix or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to get at least 4 to 5 packs at a time.
Now, when you times that by right, you get 4 packs every time, 4 or 5 packs every time. Now, times that by the amount at which you buy packs per year. I would say at that rate, you only really buying seeds every other year, if that, because of the way that you do buy, right?
But regardless of that, the point is, hey, my expectation is, hey, this shit is $20 a pack. It's 5 packs available. Buy them all. Spend a
Right,
hundo. And the
right,
reason
right,
why I
right.
say that is because you gonna go out here and buy 1 pack for 100. So just buy all of them for 100.
But that's
And
the
at least that was my thinking.
yeah, and that was to me that was the flawed part because of a person. The average person that shop like that, here's what I found out. The average person, let's just take you and make you the average person. Well, damn, even if you do come to my site and you buy one of everything I had and I have 5 things, well, you're done with me for 2 years. Specifically, if I ain't got shit else. So, like, even then, it would take so many fucking people because what I found is the average person that is willing to buy a $20 pack of seeds is not.
But
They,
that's
it's
not what. But that's not what was happening. What was happening is people would buy like 2 packs, and then they'll come back later and buy another 2 packs. Or
right.
some people will buy 2 packs and they'll come back later and buy 3 or 4 packs. But my whole thing, just wait, once again, whether you view it as flawed thinking or not, shit, it's 5 things on here. It's $100. Shit, I was gonna spend $100 anyway. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
But
it's like, let me just go ahead and get them all.
that's true. But the point is, you're not gonna go spending $100 on a random site because you don't want to spend $100 on some shit that may be
It depends.
bullshit.
It depends on what it is. It depends on what it
Exactly.
is and
Exactly.
how you view it. Because here's the thing, right? Like, and I'd be very specific. I can remember one time you sent me a thing. Somebody was selling seeds, and they were selling something that was called Otter Pop. And I could just remember looking at the shit and being like, yeah, I wouldn't grow this. You know what I'm saying? Not because, and once again, I don't know that you were sending me just because, you would grow it. I think you were sending it to me just saying, hey, man, look at this amazing fucking deal somebody's got out here. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So,
here's the
which I
thing. That
which I
Outer
appreciate.
Pops is actually fire though. That came from Create Genetics. I already know who we talking about. And he always had that little sale where he do the $2 a seed. Well, he used to anyway. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna get now. But which is another thing. All the people that do sell cheaper seeds are not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga's not there anymore. You're not there anymore. I'm not there anymore. Like the entry level shit is damn near gone. Right? Now the new entry level is like 60 a pack, nigga. Because if it's anything less than that, it's being viewed as man, that ain't that good. Because if it was that good, it'd be more. That's lit. It's just like when people go into the dispensary and buy weed, right? If this shit say 28% and this shit say 19%, obviously 28 is better than 19. So I'm gonna buy this 28% shit. It's the same way with seeds. These seeds cost $20 from somebody I don't know versus $100 from a nigga that got traction. And that's how motherfuckers be looking at it. Because the average person, I believe, just be like, not our Stone and Streaming family, because obviously most of you guys do know and understand, even the people that's gonna be on the rewatch, there's some value in our shit. You see what I mean? Now, although I wasn't selling my shit $20, I was home of the buy one get one, which breaks down to $25 a pack, which is kind of around the same entry level price point, right? So the whole thing is there is no entry level price point like that no more. It's not unless that shit local. But I also think that people making seeds actually hurt the shit a lot too. Because if I make seeds, now I'm not looking for. I'll give you an example. If I make seeds, I might not be looking for Tommy Gun Honey Bun. I'm looking for the base. I might be looking for the base strain, right? Meaning I don't know the cross, but whatever the base strain that is, right? Or whatever the most notable strain is that they know. Like however before they gotta trace that shit back. I use my shit. a nigga grow Gary Coleman, he might not want to start crossing his C's with Gary Coleman. He might want to go back to the original of what the fuck did I use, right? Because I don't only know Gary Coleman from this nigga, but if Gary Coleman got like Purple Punch or whatever, and I know Purple Punch, right? So I start, it just depends, right? Because nigga don't know me from just like the nigga shit who I grew that I actually just used to make this shit. The nigga that had made the Purple Punch times Purple Punch, I think he called it like the end cut or some shit. I just bought that shit because I support hometown talent. The nigga, he was at the show, but I had no reason to believe in him. You know what I'm saying? He was like a no one like me. So a lot of times when you're a nobody, it's a double-edged sword. You price the shit too high, you're a nobody. The shit can't be real. You price the shit too low, your shit garbage, right? So it's just fucking weird the way the game work out and goes. That's how the shit make me think. Because it ain't really no right way or wrong way. It just goes back to fucking marketing. So much of this shit is about marketing as opposed to the actual product. And that's what was my problem.
I mean, just to speak on what the Sapphire put in the chat. Sapphire says, my business coach always said, if they can't afford it, they're not your customer. Charity doesn't gain well. Now, here's the thing. I would agree with that, but it just really also depends on what the purpose of your business is as well, too. You know what I mean? Because, hey, like I said, the primary purpose of my business literally was, hey, man, to give the best value. You know what I mean? And, hey, in the process, come up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Secondary was to make some money. And I would never sit here and be like, oh, man, I ain't expect to make $1. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, man, it really just depends on what the purpose of your business is. I feel like I came and I definitely did what I needed to do. Shit. Low-cost seeds, brought spray to the game for certain individuals. You know what I'm saying? Some people really got a hold of that shit and did some great fucking shit with it. You know what I'm saying? So just by proxy, man, shit, I feel great. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. I feel good about everything. And I honestly feel like I went out on top. Like, that shit could have definitely been dusty and dead. Like, that shit definitely wasn't the most productive, but meaning like no foot traffic, nobody knows. No, I feel like I achieved exactly what I was trying to do to a certain level, and shit. That shit is over with now because, hey man, I've got enough seeds for myself. You know what I'm saying? I can always do something if I ever, you know what I'm saying, put up a tent or some shit like that. And like I said, man, I just feel like, man, that shit was a great success, man. And I was honored to serve the cannabis community. No bullshit, no hype, no none of that. Really, really and truthfully, man, it was a great experience.
Hey, well, in full transparency, I'm glad it was like that for you. But this shit wasn't a success at all for me. I didn't do getting in the game for what I thought it was going to be, especially at the time of my city. Getting in the game for what I thought it was going to be in terms of what it was two completely different things, right? We had two completely different outlooks, right? In full transparency. I didn't have the same outlook as you had. So I don't feel like, oh man, my job is done. I feel proud. I don't feel proud. I feel like shit was cool and I had fun and I'm never going to stop making CDs, nigga. Now you just got to go through the Patreon to get them bitches, but I will never stop. The point is, what I found out is this. Hey man, it's too hard to make any real sustainable money just selling seeds only. Thinking about this comment right here, that's when you change the game, sample and seed. My thing is, when I got into this thing, I wanted to sell seeds and not weed at all. I did not want to sell no weed at all. I just want to sell seeds and see if it's possible or what it would take to everybody seems to say that CC is fire. But I feel like you can't just sell seeds and make no real money. This shit is gonna always be a side hustle until you get so big, put so much money into it, and once you get to that point, it's like trying to chase shit. But what I noticed is almost a lot of people that sell seeds also sell trees. and the people that don't, shit, even them do. So it's like what I found out was it's very hard to make it here in doing this to make any sustainable money, right? Without selling weed. Now, hey, I had fun and I did make a little bit of change. I made enough to keep the lights on the website. I made enough to keep the lights on the website. You know, I did a lot of cool shit. I had fun. I found out that I would never, ever, ever stop breeding. But in terms of just like selling, like opening the open market, like, man, that shit too hard, bro. It's too hard to compete against niggas that actually, especially with me working. They got time to make 1,000 videos. They got time to, and I don't like talking about my shit, bro. I probably talk about my shit the least than any other breeder, bro. Because I don't like that shit, and that's a problem. Because when you got shit and you make shit, you gotta talk about it. You gotta pump it up, right? You have to. That's what you gotta do. I don't like doing that shit,
Hell
right?
yeah, man. Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm
Because
saying? Like,
I know
why
I hate when a
wouldn't?
nigga just talk about his shit all the time, personally, on a personal level, not no in particular person, anyone. It's just
But I
like
would say, man, you don't talk
20
about that
years.
shit. That's not all you talk about. But here's the
No,
thing,
not
right?
me. That's why I don't, because
But
I
I'm just
hate when
saying that
people
brings
do.
validity. Like, here's my thing, right? You would definitely be a lot larger than what you are right now
Of
if
course.
all you did was just market a little bit. And the worst part about it, let me tell you, and this is the absolute worst part about it, right? Man, it would take you 5 minutes every Monday and 30 seconds to upload. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe every Sunday or Monday you cut some kind of content, take 5 minutes, put that shit together, and throw that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not hard. It's pretty simple. And once again, you don't have to be talking about your shit all the time. Just talk about your shit on Mondays. You know what I'm saying? Or on Sundays. And then shit, put out your promotion for the week and keep the shit moving. Cause hey man, you got a lot of good stuff over there, man.
Man, my thing is this. I'm old school. I post my shit and do whatever. But man, what I'm never gonna do is promote my shit every Monday at this time, at this place, at this thing. That I'm as big of a part of the problem as anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because I realize it's a lot involved with this shit that I don't want to do. Like I don't like doing it. I'm not saying it's hard because it's not hard, but it's so much about that shit I don't fucking like. What I would really like, and shout out to anybody out there that's watching, what I would really want to do that would be fire to me, man, I want to white label my shit, bro. Because I like making seeds. But I don't like all of that advertising. Hey man, let me just sell you my seeds white label, bro. And you can just do with it what you will. Right? Because I don't want to be with all of the you gotta change too much. You gotta chase too much when you be doing that shit. I listen to niggas say one thing and then say the exact opposite thing because they got to. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know what I wanted to do? Shit, what I wanted to do was two different things, man. I wanted niggas to sell my seeds for me. Meaning like, hey, put in this code. You put in this code, you know, that's attached to, you know, whatever promoter, if you want to call them that. And shit, man, I split the profits with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also wanted motherfuckers to just buy that shit in bulk, too. Like, that's, to me, what would have been dope. Having, like, a team of 30, 40, 50 people who had their own code, who just blast that shit every fucking where. Outside of my own reach. You know what I'm saying? And, shit, split the profit with them or get motherfuckers who want to buy packs in bulk. Because, hey, shit, I just cut the shit in half. You want to buy? Oh, you want to buy? You know, 50 packs? Okay, cool. Well, instead of it being $1,000, I give it to you for 500. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that thing, you gotta set your shit up like you gotta set your shit up like Copycat did. That's why I like his strategy. You gotta have some shit that's hot in order to do that, or else ain't nobody gonna wanna. It's too hard of work to sell somebody shit that nobody knows because you really gotta do so much just to sell a pack of seeds.
man, I don't know, because
I feel
this
you,
how I
Cloudy
look at it.
Days. I feel the
It
exact same
depends. It
thing.
depends. It depends, man. Because I know some motherfuckers made some easy money. You know what I'm saying?
And that would what you call money. Like again, what is it worth
Shit,
to a motherfucker that's doing it?
shit.
$100, $50. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
what I was about to say. I know somebody who made at least a clean, easy $100 and didn't do a
Yeah.
whole lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And shit, and I appreciate them very much for that. But the reason why that's dope to me is because that's almost like profit sharing with the community. You know what I'm saying? Which once again, hey man, I want this shit to be for the community, by the community.
Exactly.
You know
But
what
if you
I'm
want
saying?
to keep getting the motherfucker that can make that $100, that means you got to keep doing shit. Because obviously, if I got somebody selling my shit and they make a commission, I got to keep doing shit because they can't just make commission one time. Because to me, if you make commission one time and no other time, that means your shit dried up. Not you as the grower, but the person that's trying to make the commission. This shit dried up because nigga, you ain't come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Before.
It's but that's the whole point that I'm saying. It's on that person. They gotta want to make that bread. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like a knocker no shit, but it's like, hey, if you can sell a pack of seeds, nigga, you can make $10. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga jump on the site and order $140 worth of shit, you just made $70 because the niggas just use your code. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like that's hella dope because, once again, man, a lot of times, regardless, motherfuckers don't get paid for a lot of the work they put in. People are
Oh no,
just,
that
you know what
is
I'm saying,
make no
discarded.
mistake.
People are used for cheap labor and then this fucking discarded. And I don't feel like that's community like. You know what I'm saying?
You're
You got a
right.
bunch of niggas who will be testers for niggas, and then you know what I'm saying, help niggas get their shit where it need to get, and then them same testers will get shit on later. You know what I'm saying? So that's all, man. Whether that shit, which hey, it didn't. I mean, it worked, but it didn't work.
I mean, in
It
order
didn't
for the
grow. It
shit to
didn't grow
make a
to the point
difference,
where I would
bro,
have wanted it to. You know what
in
I'm
order for
saying?
the
But
shit to make a difference, you just got to get your shit popping to show a motherfucker that they got value. And it can't be you got to have value before you pull niggas in to that shit so they can make some money. But like, let's just say I use myself. I can't have a nigga selling shit for me when there's only fucking 50 people that know about me. You know what I'm saying? 100 people that know about me that I know. Because when that person go try to sell my shit, don't nobody know Archie Sees. So now you gotta basically convince this nigga to buy my shit because I'm not known like that. Whereas if I am popping more and then bring you in, you get to do less work because I'm known, and that's the problem that I was seeing. Right? It's like, yo, shit's good, but don't nobody fucking know you, nigga. I ain't talking about you as in you. I'm just talking about in general. Like, don't nobody know you, so motherfucker got to put in the work to actually fucking be known. You know what I'm saying? Or else cast a super wide net because it ain't finna be too many people that's gonna buy the same pack of seeds over and fucking over. So if your customer base is only 25 people, well, once they buy your shit once, maybe twice, that's a wrap. That's the end of it. So like now you gotta cast a wider net, or your shit gotta be
well, that
so
was the whole
fire.
point of using those people. That was the point of using those people to promote it to cast a wider net. That's the whole purpose of that.
That's what I'm saying. But you motherfucker wasn't popping enough in order for the net to have no movement is what I mean. Like it's like they still had to do a lot of work. Just like with me, a motherfucker would have had to do so much work because they don't know me. So now it's gonna come down to what am I crossing? What's hot? What's going you know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna come down to. Archie Seeds, I'll give him a try. What's this? Oh, that's this, and this. So nigga gonna want some pictures or something that they don't know a name. And it's like, why the fuck should I even buy this? You know what I'm saying? It costs this much and it do like this. I don't know this nigga. And again, we're in a time, dog, where every fucking body and their mama is literally making seeds. So, and everybody has not figured out. A lot of people that are like, man, it's not getting ready. You're not gonna jump in the seed game and just make a whole goddamn bunch of money unless you chasing some shit, unless you chasing some strains, chasing some names. That's the only way you really finna your shit finna get enough traction with a lot of people is a name. Perfect example, like when permanent marker first came out. Okay, if I had permanent marker crosses and did it immediately then when the shit got hot, because it might have been hot in your region fucking last year and it's just not getting hot in my region. It just depends, right? But it's about having a cross that's hot at the time when it's hot in order to get that wide net because it's very hard to do if you don't have a wide net. That means you got to do like you did. I got to depend on them 20, 25 people 35 people, my regular customer base, to go spread the word. And guess what? It's a lot of weed out there. And it's not a lot of separation. Niggas want to think it's separation between they good weed and the next good weed, but guess what? It really ain't that much separation. It's really not. It's just like when you have a kid and you think your kid is more talented than everybody else, but really they not. They're average. And a lot of this weed is average. And I don't mean average as in meh. I mean, nah, it's a lot of good weed out here, right? It ain't nothing head and shoulders above the rest. It's just a lot of shit in this gridlock right here. So,
well, this is the difference. This is where I disagree with that. Just that statement, just real quick. Like, I feel like the difference between good weed and great weed ultimately comes down to who grew it and how that shit was motherfucking dried and transported. Those are the three biggest factors. Like, because like you're saying, I agree with the fact that hey, it's a lot of good strains out here. But hey, man, you could take a good strain and grow that shit fucked up.
I'm just taking if the baseline was equal and everything was grown to the best of its ability. It's a lot of good strains out here is what I mean. That's all I'm talking about. We can tell when we got a good strain and it was too dry or grown. As growers, we could tell when some shit got fucked up in the translation. I'm just talking about the actual types of weed. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of decent weed out here, bro. It's a lot of cheap, good weed out here. Niggas will be like, oh, that shit cheap. But it's a lot of decent, cheap weed out here. I'm sorry. I got to admit it. It's a lot of, yeah. That's how I feel. We created too much good tree at one time. And it ain't no separation. The separation is going to be how well a nigga grew it, like you said. But that's not no real separation because that's going to have variance because very few people are going to the same grower every time. You know what I'm saying? That's true, farmer. Now, I wasn't really talking about that because I work with some young niggas. They don't even know they be smoking fake weed, bro. They have no idea. And I'm like, that's not real weed. They have no idea. But guess what? Even when they get an idea, they don't even care. They don't even care because it get them high. It get me high, man. That shit fire, get me high. It's shit. If it ain't real weed, what is it? And I try to break it down to them and tell them, but not, I mean, these motherfuckers, you in your 20s out here in this motherfucker right now, you know, the shit is green, it burns, that's all you care about. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hey, look, it's like that. It depends on the market, man, because, you know, some markets, man, niggas really like that spray weed. Like, they actually enjoy it. They don't want the regular weed. They want the spray weed. And you be like, damn. That's crazy. I would never want that. I would never want it. I would be upset
like,
if
hey,
a nigga sold me this.
We don't got a lot of spray packs because we in the Midwest. That shit is just now starting to filter its way through in here. Like, we got our first motherfucking smoke shop / hookah lounge / motherfucking bodega. You know, we got our first one of them here, and they knocking the city down. But the problem is it actually real weed? Is it actually real weed, or is it sprayed hemp?
Well, let me ask you this. And I got a question about the spray packs, right? If it is sprayed with terpenes that are created from cannabis plants, right? Hemp plants, cannabis plants. I'm sure you would also say there's a difference there, but let's just say actual cannabis plants.
Right.
And that's what's being sprayed on the weed.
Right.
Is that a problem? Or is it a problem because
don't spray nothing?
My
thing is don't spray nothing on my weed. Hold on, bro. Hold on. One second. One second.
Cool. To the chat. Would that be a problem if you're spraying actual terpenes that are cannabis derived? Is that an issue? Or would it be an issue if it's just being sprayed with some kind of chemical compound? You really don't know what the shit is. And what is the spray pack actually sprayed with? Does anyone really know? You know what I'm saying? It looks like Farmer M said something down there. Farmer M says, the hype commercial and spray pack that's killing the game. I got my hands on the spray terps. That's all that sells out here. We created too much good tree at one time, says Django. Mayor Joe says you can get a garbage bud, spray it and inspired to this new generation. Mr. Django says we smoke real Reggie, so
Oh, okay.
let's see. Damn, that's a real comment right here. And I'll probably read this again with Chosen to back. Emmanuel Joe says, before the spray, I could move yours and Frosty's buzz, no problems. Then the spray came. Now my stuff not strong enough. I said, oh shit. All right. Django says, clean cannabis. Chemicals is not allowed. Well, I can't see it. I'll see it here in a minute when somebody else comments.
Oh shit. My fault, guys. That's my mom's. But to your question, I don't know what the chat said. But me, don't spray nothing on my weed. I don't give a fuck if it is natural. Don't spray shit on my weed. Just give me the. You know what? If it ain't rain, I don't want that shit on my weed. Cause that shit. If to me, if you spraying shit on my weed, even if it is cannabinoids, you're doing something to try to make it better. Just give me the actual product and let me make it better on my own if that's gonna be what I do, right? Because at that point, that means I can spray if it is. Let's just say it is natural. Now I got. Let's just take. I got CC, right? Now I got CC and I spray this shit on it, and I say it's CC. But when a nigga get the real CC that's unsprayed, they like, nigga, I don't even, what is this shit? I don't even like this shit. This ain't CC. No, it is CC. Your shit just got sprayed with motherfucking pineapple terps, nigga. Because that person that has your shit happens to like pineapple terps. So they thought it'd be a good idea in their mind to spray that shit with some pineapple terps. My thing is, leave the shit alone. Sell it how it's intended, right? That's how I feel about it, personally.
Check out this comment. And I like your opinion. I mean, even if they did make regular terpenes, I wouldn't spray that shit on my shit at home. I wouldn't do it. But that's just me. But look at Manuel Joe's comment. Right above the one you got highlighted, it says, before the spray, I could move yours and Frosty's buds. No problems. Then the spray came. Now my stuff not strong enough. That's real shit.
Hey, and that's non-former. That's real. Like, dog, these cats, that's how it really be, right, Star? Like, cause I know you don't fuck with a lot of younger cats like that. But bro, the shit that these niggas be smoking, it's like dog, what they think weed is, right? And what they think weed is and what it actually is really two different things, dog. And it's kind of funny. You remember, well, for me, because I'm a little bit older than you, it was the same way with you, because it's like that with all of us. I could remember in the beginning when you start smoking weed, right? And we had the brick packs and shit, right? And the old heads was telling us, oh no, we had this back in the day. And then we actually ran into an old head that had that shit, and we might have smoked some of it. And we like, man, this ain't shit, it's garbage, right? Because we smoking A, B, and C now. So I think that's how they view it, but it's very different because nobody was adding anything to our shit.
Well, I think this is what I think that happened, right? And this is why I don't smoke rosin as much as I used to. Because what I think really what happens is that shit changes and reacts with your chemical receptors in a different way, right? Like, for instance, one of the reasons why I love rosin so much is that shit would taste so good. It'd be so sweet. That shit be like damn near juice. You know what I'm saying? Like I
remember your dumb ass talking about Ju-Ice.
Yeah, Ju-Ice, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Just like, you can't get that from regular weed. So it's like, man, if you really enjoy that flavor and taste, and that it's like an extreme rush of flavor and taste. So I can only imagine that goes to show that the terpenes are not only just terpenes, the concentration of THC, but the terpenes are as well should more than likely be enhanced. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, once you get that level of stimulation, if you will, it's kind of hard to get stimulated from just smoking a joint. You know what I'm saying?
And I got some pushback for what you just said because it's like this. To my point, I like flowerizing some shit they do not sell in dispensaries. They do not sell flowerizing at all. Part of the problem is it was just like when I was telling you. The reason to me, a lot of times terpenes get added back in because motherfuckers trying to just really extract fucking pure THC. And by the time you do that, guess what? It has no taste, no flavor, no nothing. So now we gotta add these terpenes back into it that we fucking took out because yeah, we took out this other shit, but we took out the terpenes fucking with it, right? So like, but to me, I've always, and I told you this, I always, the taste just be like a machine ass. It's like a machine ass. It's too clean. It's too fucking clean. Like it don't have the regular weed spectrum. It's like if you got only this end of the spectrum and not none of this shit down
They
there.
don't have the plant material.
Yeah, we eliminate it, right, which is what we're smoking.
The plant material, yeah.
Exactly. That's what the fuck we smoke is the plant material. We're gonna eliminate that and just give you the frost off of it. Oh damn, there's a lot of flavor in that plant material though. So we gotta add some terpenes back into just these crystals because we want to give you the effect of hey man, stop.
Well, I would say I've never done that, but what I will also say, and this is just, being completely honest, taking a nice little look back as a grower, man, only at the end did I really feel like I got my curing shit together. So I feel like, like the rosin that I did make, it wasn't as good as what it could have been or what it should have been because my cure wasn't together, which I think gave more of that sterile taste. It didn't have the terpenes that it should have had. And I think that was my fault. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just being honest.
It's just like this batter right here. This batter.
At least what you got from me. Now I know I done sold you. I know I sold you to some shit. I know not sold you some shit, but I know I done sent you some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is out of all the shit that you sent, out of all the everything, right? To me, nothing has more of a better taste than flowerizing because it's all the spectrum. That truly is, for me, that truly is a composition of a liquid joint because it has everything that a joint has, just without the paper that you roll it up with. It's the only thing you don't have. You have the whole spectrum. So that's what I enjoy because I enjoy joints, right? So when I get some shit like this, I be wishing that it's like flowerizing because, yeah, this shit get me super high. But as far as the taste go, it still got that same fucking.
Now let's go to Django. Django, put a comment up. Django, put a comment up.
What's the difference from spray?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Then what? Moon rocks or an infused free roll or spray?
Yeah,
to
spray.
me, when you
think
take something.
The difference.
Well, go ahead. You tell us the difference.
I think moon rocks. We all know what moon rocks is. It's keef and it's wax. You know what I'm saying? And all that shit is rolled on the weed. You know what I'm saying? Spray, for the most part, motherfuckers don't know what the spray is or what it's been sprayed with. And you can have different spray men. It's almost like K2 or potpourri back in the day. Hey man, niggas make now here's the thing, I never smoked that shit like that, so don't get it twisted. But hey man, niggas make their blends differently. Some nigga might use X, Y, and Z, another nigga might use Z, Y, and X. You know what I mean? And some of that shit gonna have you acting like Smokey, hiding in the hen house. And some of that shit gonna make you feel like, damn, I should have bought a joint.
And that's my whole point. If you just don't spray shit on shit and just give me my regular weed, it's cool. It was even like that with the moon rocks and the infused free rolls. And even we can go back as far as when they had $5 blunts for all of y'all that's old enough, or if y'all had that in y'all hood. When we used to get $5 blunts from the blunt house, man, I would always bust them bitches back down and re-roll them because I need to see what the fuck is going on. So just like with moon rocks, well, if I can't make it, if you can't replicate that shit at home with regular heat, water, pressure, some shit like that, cool. Moon rocks, once I understood what it was, cool. But the second part of that is, hey, it's too many ways to hide shit with Moon Rock, so I don't fuck with them. Infused pre-rolls the same way. We come down to the infused product that you use, like for the pre-roll, a wax worm, which you're not gonna get at the dispensary, of course, but a wax worm, some flour rosin that I smeared on the inside of the joint, shit like that. You know, diamonds that I might have made at home from just sitting the shit on the proper amount of heat. All those things are cool, but even with a lot of them things, you can't really tell what the fuck is actually in them, and it goes off of trust. And that's the thing. I just don't trust. I just don't trust. You know what I'm saying? And to farmer shit, the sprayers, how they gonna stop us from growing it? Growing, it all works together. They can mass produce the bud and spray it, sell it for cheap, flood the streets. We gotta wait 6 months for harvest. This is actually true. And again, unless we got like a straight motherfucking field of that shit, you always gonna be behind the 8 ball, and they always gonna sell that shit for cheaper, because the stage that we in now is just like, how much can you produce? Because you're going to have to sell it for cheap. I don't give a fuck how good it is, because hey, it's a nigga right around the corner that got $60 ounces, and it's like I always say, his $60 ounces might not be better than your $150 ounces, but damn, your $150 ounces, that shit is not $90 better than this ounce I'm finna get over here. So I just stick with the $60 ounce. Even though your ounce is better, it ain't $90 better. And that's the problem when it's a lot of decent weed out here. When you got a nigga that's selling weed for dirt cheap, and it's not that bad, but you come over here and I want you to pay a premium price because it is premium. It's not that much separation between what I'm calling premium and what this nigga over here is selling for dirt cheap. It's not that much separation. It is on some levels, but overall I'm talking about, yeah, we all know the nigga with the dark weed and shit, just like we always did. But we also know the nigga that got cool ass weed for a good price, right? And yes, it's not gonna be as good as any of us grow, but hey, it'll be enough. And with the recent, again, in my city only, right, our dispensaries are actually damn near getting as cheap as the cats on the street. Like, they're damn near getting that cheap. So when the dude gonna charge you $20 for a 3.5 on the street, or $15 maybe, but you're gonna pay like $4 or $5 more just to have the convenience of walking into a place. It's not really that much more you paying. It's only like $5 or $6. So, you know, I think I had a comment of her. Weed has just gotten so cheap that's the problem. It's so cheap that everybody, yeah, we created too much good tree at one time, and I think that really is the problem. It ain't enough separation yet. Yeah. So that's we in a real rough place right now, and honestly, it kind of remind me of what I read about when alcohol had became legal. There's a lot of pushback with just local cats doing the shit. Is that Black G did say some shit a while ago? This definitely gonna weed out the niggas that don't have enough. Cause let me tell you, you ain't finna have no 4x8 and make no noise in this bitch no more. Them days is over. I could remember when you used to could have a 4x8 and make a little bit of change. Actually, like, oh, I got a harvest coming up, and hey, it's Christmas time, great. So I'm, you know, man, them days is over. You better have a motherfucking boat. You know what I'm saying? You better have a boat of weed now. Because between the dispensary and the shit that you see on the streets, it's gonna be very hard for you to charge any type of a premium price. And we all know the shit at the dispensary don't necessarily be fucking premium. We know that. At least at the dispensaries I go to, that shit be dried out a lot. It don't be premium. I've had better with the local growers in the community. Just let us.
Man, I think you gotta find niggas who are connoisseurs, which is hard to find nowadays.
That's why I said let us have a actual farmers market, like every neighborhood guy with vegetables. Let us just have a farmer's market, and then that way you can meet the grower and you can say, "Oh, righteous, he got that CC over there. I go to him every motherfucking other Saturday because he got the shit I like." Like, give us an opportunity to do that for the common person, not just people that we got to meet and sell. Let it be a farmer's market, a real farmer's market, not a trapper's market, but an actual farmer's market, just like it is for vegetables, right? And let actual people that want to fuck with connoisseurs be able to come there and fuck with connoisseurs. There's no centrally located place where if I'm just a regular person and I don't know nobody, where am I gonna go? I'm fucking 53 years old and I know no one. So we need to be able to have an actual place where we can just have a farmer's market for older people, because I am anyway, old now. It ain't the same type of shit it was when we was 23. When I do go to the dispensary, I only see old people there. And that's cool. But they don't know nowhere else to fucking go. If it was a farmer's market and they had options, man, they would go. That's what's gonna kill us as the home grower. We don't have no outlet for our shit. We don't have a farmer's market, because it is people out there that would buy our shit if they knew where our shit was at, and they knew that everybody here, they're all growers. I love them, locally sourced. I love them. Yeah, that we would pop, but we don't have no place like that. That shit's still in the shadows. It's like they pushed the growers to the gray market, right? And all of the trappers just came out because they got spray packs. They got shit that they'll buy from another state, but super dirt cheap. And they don't mind that shit. But the actual growers is making a nice product but having a tough time of it.
Well, I think what happened was at some point this shit became so easy that anybody could grow it. You know, like this shit wasn't like, hey man, I gotta have some land, or I gotta own a home, or I gotta go out here and try to invest in all these HPS lights and cooling and shit like that. The shit just became everywhere. Not just from the legal market, backdooring into the black market, and from the black market, but now you also got the home market. And the shit is just very saturated. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, like, niggas want to smoke za, but not everybody got za, right? And not everybody got great indoor weed, right? But here's the issue. Some of the light depth weed has caught up to the point where it's damn near as good as the indoor weed, or maybe even better, right? Depending on who grew the indoor weed. So, at no point will I say that the top of the top best indoor weed is ever going to be worse than the best light depth or outdoor weed or anything like that. But motherfuckers, because it's now legal and open, motherfuckers have been able to kind of experiment out in the open to get the outdoor weed to be damn near as good as the indoor weed. And because there's so many new people growing indoor, that also lowered the quality of the indoor weed. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, if you got a zip of some gas, which, hey man, $200 is a great price for some shit that you just can't get any damn where else, right?
But what is that?
But unfortunately, yeah, I was gonna say, but unfortunately, the shit that's $100 that you can get fucking everywhere is probably gonna be some light assisted Zaza, and that shit gonna look fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have nice big buds.
The fact that you saying Zaza, right? Anybody that I found out, anybody that say Za or Zaza is probably susceptible to spray weed, right? Because that's a young person thing. And that's what I found out.
I disagree. I disagree.
I do not.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree,
There's not too
man.
many 53-year-old niggas saying Za.
Man, I'm gonna tell you why. And this is the only reason why I say that, right? Shit, I can remember in the 90s, niggas using the word, the 90s and very early 2000s using the word exotic. You got some exotic on deck. Like, it's places where that term was a real big exotic. And so Zaza is just a short for exotic. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is, look at the age we was when we was saying that, and look at the niggas that was our age that we was saying that around. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We become the old nigga now. Back when we was saying exotic, right? I was in my mid 20s. If I said that shit to a nigga that was 50, it would have been the same reaction that I'm giving right now at 50. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but when they say Zaza though, that's what I hear is exotic. So
I
I
know
mean,
that's what
it's
you
not that
hear,
far off for me.
right? That's what I'm saying for you. But you, how many
It's
years
the
younger
same
than me?
shit.
About 8.
It's the same shit. They just shortened
Right,
it.
right. But you're about 8 years younger than me, though, right? About. So my
Yeah.
thing is, a damn decade, damn near can make a difference when who's saying what is all I'm saying. So you're,
No, I get it.
like you just said,
Sometimes,
you're
but I think
closer.
sometimes niggas look at the young niggas to be like, hey man, I'm so different from them. But at the same time, niggas really be having a bunch of shit in common. So while you're right, 8 years is a big difference, and whatever that age gap from them young niggas who be like Za, it's just the same shit to me. Exotic Za, like I've heard that shit before a long time ago. So
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
not even new. Now if niggas started calling weed, hey man, you got that cloud? Well, I've never
But
heard
that's
this
what I'm
before.
saying.
I'm nothing like these niggas.
In my city, we used to call that shit. My generation call that shit a zip or an ounce. Guess what? In my city now, if you're in your 30s or younger, mid 30, let's just say if you're 30 or younger, you don't call that shit a zip. You call that shit a zap. And it's crazy, bro, because we talking about the same thing. It's just like you said, we're older. The slang changes. Ain't nobody 50 saying Zaza. We just not. We just, hey man, you got some good weed. That's just an age thing.
Nah, I'm probably not Zaza, but I've definitely heard
That's
Za.
exactly what I'm
Za.
saying.
Za for sure.
That's
Za
what
for
I'm
sure. I've
saying.
heard that. Yeah.
I would agree for him.
Maybe one Za, not two Zas.
It ain't too many. It's just a slang thing. But what these little niggas is calling Za is actually these spray packs of shit that they've been stepped on. That's the problem. That's why I don't say that, because there actually literally is an age. It's a line, bro. Where if these niggas is talking about Za and I'm talking about good weed, we're actually talking about two different things. We're literally talking about two different things, dog.
Yeah, most places that I've been or lived at, exotic
A
Za,
zap. Yeah,
Zaza, it
ZAP.
just
A zap. That shit
yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
former.
yeah. Who knows where that? Yeah, that's crazy. I don't fuck with that one. But just as far as Za, for me, anywhere I've ever lived at, that shit just mean, hey man, I need some exclusive weed. I
We're
don't
not
want the
arguing.
merch. I
We're
don't
not
want the
arguing that.
commercial. You know what I'm saying? Give me the exclusive weed. The
We're not.
shit that give me the rapper weed. You know what I'm saying? Give me the
That's
Za, the
that's what
exotic.
that's what we're saying. But what we're also saying is what they're calling rapper weed and exotic to them in their 20s is literally not exotic. It is actually sprayed fake weed 9 times out of 10, because they don't even really know what good weed is what we're saying. We're not arguing you. I'm not even saying what you're saying ain't true. What I'm saying is what they're calling za and what we calling good weed is two different things, is what I'm saying.
Man, where do you think the decision for this shit to be a spray pack comes in at? Do you think it comes in at the nigga who gets it, who's in get ready to sell it? Or do you think niggas are ordering that shit from the Za pack or from the spray pack manufacturer?
I don't know how niggas do it on the East Coast, but I can tell you that ain't nobody here in St. Louis actually spraying weed. So they're getting it sprayed already here, right? That's what I can tell you. So I
I
don't
heard
know.
Oklahoma was big for that.
I don't
I
know.
can imagine that's where a lot of y'all weed come from, Oklahoma.
Well, a lot of our weed come from everywhere because we're in the middle of Oklahoma and Colorado and still Cali. You know what I'm saying? So like that shit, ain't nobody here spraying that shit. So if I give you just to farmer point earlier, I'm finna sell you. You're 27, 28. I'm finna sell you an ounce of this shit for $60, nigga. That look fucking so white, it's ridiculous. Or you got another nigga telling you that he got some very good weed, but it's only gonna be 150, and it don't look shit like what the fuck this nigga over here just said $60 for, right? That's the problem, because they actually think that shit over there is actually what it's supposed to be, and it's not. They can open up their fucking phone, nigga, and order some shit that look just like my weed offline. And guess what? Because they 25 and they ain't never really smoked like that, they've been smoking this, that, hey, they actually buy this shit. They don't give a fuck they smoking mold, bro. I'm getting high. And when you think about it, if I'm just being honest and full transparency, when I was like 23 and we was smoking blunts that had nigga spider mite webs in it, nigga, we was just like, oh, there just must be a little bit of cotton from when they was trying to ship it here. No, nigga, we was just stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, who knows what the fuck is in that shit, bro? That's what I be saying. They don't even understand, that's why I be trying to tell these niggas to grow weed, but nobody has the patience to grow. It's like telling a motherfucker to brew some alcohol. Why the fuck would I waste all my time brewing this shit when I could buy some shit that's way better than the money, way better and cheaper than the money it cost me to grow this shit? And that's where we at with the shit now. It's just way cheaper to just go buy this shit over there. Now, but for us, our age group, a lot of niggas our age group just go to the dispensary, bro. Unfortunately, they really do. Maybe not us, but a lot of motherfuckers 50 and up, man, they just going to the dispensary. Because they don't even know where the fuck to go no more. They don't.
Well, hey, man, even if you did, man, in a lot of places, you know what I'm saying, you got to think, man, the gun laws is crazy, right? So if you really got a trap and you really can't just be outside with your shit, well, I would imagine the weed spot, niggas is going to be toting. And it's
bro,
like, I don't even want to deal with that.
You go to the weed spot, niggas got a Drake on his back. Just a fold up shit, nigga, in his pocket.
And you know, the older that you get, man, the less you feel the at least for me, man, I be feeling like, man, and I heard somebody say this shit one time. If you got to take your gun to go there, you probably shouldn't go there.
I said that.
Man, I feel like it was Charlemagne. I almost said Charlemagne the God. I've heard Charlemagne the God say
that, nigga. I always say that.
Yeah, man.
I always say that. Maybe your ass shouldn't be there if you got to tote a gun around all the time. I'm just saying. It's one thing to have a good shotgun for home protection or even a good AR-15, which I would much rather have a shotgun. I don't know why you have that protection. But, hey, that's one thing. But man, if I gotta actively ride around with some shit because I feel like I'm gonna get in the shootout or I need this just because I might get in the shootout. You know what, Django? Here's the thing about my dispensary and dispensaries here. Honestly, man, we behind. And what I mean is our dispensaries is gonna have a lot of what it's turning into is a bunch of regionally grown products, right? My dispensary is gonna have like this shit, fatty cakes, right? My dispensary gonna have a lot of shit that the locally owned operators in Missouri, they grew that and they feed that shit to the dispensary. So like, if there's some shit that was made here, they'll filter it through. Like obviously we got permanent marker and shit like that, but I'll give you an example. Like, oh man, we probably ain't got nowhere they got Blue Zushi. Or that niggas don't even know what the fuck that is, and that's not even new. But the average person wouldn't even know what the fuck that is. You see what I mean? So it's just so much shit because we're behind here that the average person don't know. So they ain't even got to go that route. They don't have to have nothing super new because all they got to do is name it something different and smack a number on it. This is, nigga, gray candy. And it's 31%. That's all you need. That's it. High ass number. And it
Great
don't look
candy,
bad.
You say, huh?
That motherfucker be anything, nigga. Anything.
The new strain, Harry Lollipop.
Yep. 39% THC. That shit gonna sell.
Hey man, it might, man. Shit, I might be one of them niggas buying it. 39% THC, you say, eh?
Yep, that's how it always go.
Let me take a gander. Oh, looks like it might be.
Cloudy Day say my grandma is 70 and she don't smoke. She said weed looks way different and times change fast. She remembers weed used to smell stronger.
Yeah, it depends on what the weed was.
I would say depend on. She about 70, so I'm thinking that she came in like around the Woodstock time, like before a lot of the brick came. Because I would equate the late 80s and early 90s to the brick, right? Thick brick times to me, brick weed. So like I feel like anytime before like 92, 91, niggas had like hippie weed is what I called it. I feel like that's what she might have had, in my opinion. That's why it smells stronger. To me, I don't know. I'm just guessing, spitballing. Yeah, the nutrients do change, but man, dude, I don't know. I might have to do that side by side again. I feel like the variance that you get with nutrients is not that big. It is, yes, it's a difference from nutrient line to nutrient line, but I don't feel like it's no big difference, man. Not big enough. I feel like at the end of the day, when you it's two different lanes. If you just, cause like now, I am truly just growing for me only. Truly. Right? So it's just way different than if I got patience and I'm trying to keep up with some shit. Or if I'm a trap nigga and I'm trying to keep up with some shit, right? Now I can take that, this is 13% better or 9% better because I'm gonna appreciate that. What I found out when I had patience or when I was trapping, they don't, well, I never was trapping. When I had a couple patients, let me change that. That was when I was trapping, nigga, we wasn't even growing weed. But the whole thing is, the average person don't even appreciate that little 6% bump you're gonna get from changing your nutrients. So what it becomes more times than not is price to performance. What's the cheapest way that I can get this done that don't take the biggest hit? So like, yeah, it might taste a little bit better if I use this, but as we were saying, if it tastes only a little bit better, but that ain't enough to push me over the edge, but I've spent a lot more, I'm already losing to these niggas selling weed way cheaper than me. Yeah, we're gonna go back to outdoor. What's gonna happen? Because all the country gonna be legal here in a second, at least state to state. Hey, I'm about to go get my eat on myself. You know what I'm saying? We about to shut it down here in about another 5 minutes. So it's crazy because I was like, it's gonna be a short show, but I actually still got a little time, so we'll give about another. You can't whoop the sun. Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. You can't whoop the sun. And now again, to farmer point, if I can grow a field full of shit and it don't matter how it look, because I know after I process it, nigga, I'm finna spray it down. I'm finna shake it up. Shit don't matter at this point.
Do we have any topics today?
Fuck no. I said that in the beginning.
Okay.
I said this was gonna be a light show. It was supposed to be short, but shit, we done been on an hour and 15 minutes already. But I said it was gonna be a light show because it was Easter and I had some shit I had to do. But then my mom's ended up coming over here in the middle of the goddamn show. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all going like, yeah, man. Who because I wasn't answering my phone, she thought something had happened to me. Can you check and see if you was alive? Mama, the phone, you only called me twice. You only called me twice. That's all. I'm not dead. Hey, I ain't get a chance. I seen you send me that notification for the show. I was working like a motherfucker though. Or I was asleep. I seen it when I woke up. But we about to be off these next couple days. So I'm in anybody live that got one, motherfucker. Or at the very least listening in. Really for the next, next 2 days, I'll be fucking building computers. I gotta water these plants after the show, after I get back. For real. It's probably gonna be after I get back. But that's what I'm doing for the next 2 days. Getting high, building shit, and just trying to motherfucking relax. Cause work's been a bitch.
Hell yeah, man. Well, happy 420 to everybody, man. Hope y'all enjoy y'all day. Hope y'all get high as the moon.
20. And shout out to the Celtics that's whooping ass right now. As I expected they would. Goddamn, my Lakers was not the same. Oh well, we'll get them next game, which comes on tomorrow, I believe. Or maybe Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. We'll be there for that one. But look, we had intro, so we're going to play the same intro as the outro this time. We getting one step closer to getting everything back normal, y'all. One step closer. I want all of y'all to have, man, a great fucking Easter and a great rest of 420. You as well, right? I want everybody to eat good. I don't know how good I'm gonna be eating, but be around your family, have fun, and watch plenty of basketball, man. There's some decent games on today. You got anything you want to leave them with, buddy? All righty. We will see y'all next week then.
We stone, we stone, we streaming, we streaming, we stone, we stone, we streaming.
Happy motherfucking 420.
Yeah, yeah. All my niggas in the chat.